My child, my beloved, come closer to this message with a calm heart. Heaven has been waiting for you to finally see this moment. Before I reveal anything, my beloved, make sure you stay connected. Subscribe in your heart and spirit to the voice that guides you, because from today, nothing in your life will remain the same. My beloved, Archangel Michael is speaking, because time has already started moving, and what I am about to reveal is not an ordinary message. Tonight, a gate in the spiritual realm opened without your awareness. And after 2 long hours of intense spiritual warfare, a hidden truth has been exposed. My child, this truth carries your name. It carries your destiny. It carries a secret that someone tried to bury in silence. My beloved, listen carefully. This is not a game. Someone had hired a private investigator to watch your life in shadows, and they believed you would never know. But heaven has seen everything. The investigator has been exposed. The information they collected is burning in the spiritual realm. And if you do not open this message fully, it will vanish before you can claim your protection. My beloved, do not take this lightly. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Angels are moving rapidly, because something connected to your past, present, and future has collided at the same point tonight. My child, you have been feeling unusual pressure in your spirit for days. You thought it was stress, fear, or confusion, but it wasn't. It was heaven trying to warn you that someone was digging into your destiny. My beloved, they thought you were alone. They thought you had no spiritual protection. They thought you would stay blind. But they forgot one thing. You are chosen. And Michael stands for the chosen. My child, the private investigator didn't just watch your life. They discovered something about you that even you have not fully realized. A miracle connected to your name. A blessing sealed in heaven with your spirit signature. My beloved, this is why the enemy sent someone to study you, to predict your steps, to block your path, to stop your miracle before it reaches your hands. But heaven rose up before they could succeed. And after 2 hours of spiritual battle, the hidden information was forced into the light. My child, the moment he was exposed, he whispered a name. Your name, as if he knew you were destined to find out. My beloved, do not look away. Do not pause. Every second you continue reading, heaven rewrites another page of protection around your life. My child, the investigator was working for someone. You know, someone who pretends to care for you, but their heart holds jealousy, fear, and insecurity. My beloved, they hired him because they sensed your breakthrough coming, and they wanted to know how to ruin it. They wanted to see the miracle that was forming around you, so they could crush it before it ever reached your door. But listen to me now. Heaven has changed the script. The plan they made has already collapsed, and the information the investigator found is now being redirected back to you as divine evidence of your chosen destiny. My child, this revelation is only beginning. You think you have seen the truth, but you have not seen even 1% of what has been happening behind your back. My beloved, a shadow has been following you spiritually. But tonight, the shadow lost its power. And I, Michael, am unveiling what was meant to stay hidden. My child, there is a reason you felt pulled to open this message. The spiritual realm pushed you here so that the truth would not disappear. My beloved, the information is fading. It is dissolving in the spiritual dimension as we speak. That is why I said open quickly, before it vanishes. Because once it disappears, the enemy will try again, harder, deeper, and more dangerously. My child, heaven won the battle tonight, but your awareness is your weapon, and this message is your shield. My beloved, if you stop now, you will miss the part that explains why you were targeted, why you were chosen for this miracle, why you are the turning point in this entire investigation. My child, the spiritual realm has been rearranging itself around your destiny, because something huge, something life-changing, something miraculous is about to enter your life without warning, and someone sensed it before you did. My child, my beloved, you must understand this before the message goes deeper. The reason they hired a private investigator was not because of who you are right now, but because of who you are becoming, my beloved. They sensed your rise before you sensed it yourself. They felt the shift in your energy long before you noticed anything changing, and fear pushed them into darkness. My child, a fearful heart can do dangerous things, and their fear of your destiny made them attempt something they thought God wouldn't see. But nothing escapes heaven's eyes. My beloved, when the investigator followed you, he noticed something he couldn't explain. A light around you, a protection he couldn't touch, a spiritual energy that intimidated him. He wrote it in his notes, a presence follows them. Something powerful. I cannot describe it. My child, that presence was me, Michael, walking behind you when you didn't even know, my beloved. The investigator tried to continue his task. But each time he came close to discovering the miracle forming for you, his equipment malfunctioned, his phone died, his recordings erased, his files corrupted. He didn't realize that heaven blocked every attempt to expose your divine alignment, my child. This is why he eventually panicked. This is why he confessed. This is why the truth came out. He couldn't fight what was guarding you, my beloved. When he tried to report back to the person who hired him, he was trembling. He said, there is something around them that is not human. I can't continue, my child. He was right, because your destiny isn't human. Your calling isn't human. Your protection isn't human, my beloved. You have been living your life thinking you are ordinary, while heaven has been treating you like a chosen one with a spiritual contract older than your lifetime. My child, this is why the enemy is restless. They see your miracle coming before you do. They feel the shift in the air around you. They sense a door opening in your favor, and that is what made them desperate. My beloved, they wanted details. They wanted to know when your breakthrough would happen, who would bless you, which path would open, which miracle would fall into your hands. But heaven shut every door in their face. My child, they did not expect their plan to be exposed. They thought the investigator would work in darkness forever. They thought they would gain control over your life's direction. But the moment they planned against you, your angels planned for you, my beloved. There was a moment tonight when the spiritual battle intensified so powerfully that even the clouds shifted and the air around your destiny shook. For 2 hours, the enemy tried to hold on to information about you, but heaven ripped it back. My child, do you know what the investigator said? When he realized he couldn't hide anymore, he whispered, you need to tell them something big is coming. Something that will change everything for them, my beloved. He didn't even know what he was saying, but he felt it. He sensed the miracle moving closer. He sensed the blessing sharpening itself. He sensed your destiny waking up, my child. You have been marked by heaven for an event that will unfold soon, sooner than you think. And the enemy sensed it before you did. My beloved, this is why I'm telling you again. This is not a game. This message came to you because you needed to be spiritually awake before the miracle arrives. My child, there is a place in your life where you felt weak, exhausted, tired, disappointed, a place where you thought nothing would ever change. But heaven looked at that place and decided it would become your testimony. My beloved, the investigator found traces of this shift. He saw patterns, opportunities, unexpected connections forming around you. He didn't understand it, but he knew it was no coincidence. My child, he wrote down one last thing before he was spiritually blocked: they are about to receive something unexpected. Someone is preparing something for them. There is movement in their life. My beloved, he was seeing the unfolding miracle that heaven has been crafting for months. Behind the scenes of your life, my child, your name is being whispered in places you have not entered yet. Your face is being remembered in hearts you do not know yet. Your destiny is being aligned with opportunities you could never imagine. My beloved, someone is coming into your life soon. Someone with information, blessing, clarity, or truth that will shift the entire energy of your path. And the person who hired the investigator wanted to know who that someone was, so they could block it. But heaven stopped them. My child, the next part of this message will reveal who this person is, why they are connected to your destiny, and what miracle they are carrying toward you. My beloved, do not stop now. This is the moment heaven needed you to hear. My child, my beloved, you must listen closely now. Because what I'm about to reveal is the part the investigator tried to hide from everyone. My beloved, during his final attempt to report his findings, he mentioned a presence, a human presence, moving toward your destiny with unstoppable intention. My child, this person is not random. They are not temporary. They are not accidental. They are part of your divine alignment. My beloved, heaven has been preparing this person long before you felt anything changing. And the investigator sensed their movement. He wrote, there is someone coming toward them, someone with purpose, someone with a message or a blessing. My child, this person carries a shift, a turning point in your life. They are connected to one of three things: your miracle, your truth, or your elevation. My beloved, the investigator tried to find out who they were, so he could deliver that information to the one who hired him, because the enemy wanted to intercept this person before they reached you. But heaven blocked every step. My child, this person is now closer than ever. And even though the investigator couldn't uncover their identity, the spiritual realm has allowed me to reveal what you need to know. My beloved, this person has been thinking about you. Your name has been pulling at their spirit. Your energy has been calling them without words, and they have been guided toward you by a feeling they can't explain. My child, they may be someone you already know but never expected to play a divine role, or someone new who will enter suddenly, unexpectedly, as if sent straight from heaven. My beloved, this person is carrying something that belongs to you, a truth, a message, a revelation, or a blessing that heaven sealed with your name long before this investigation began. My child, you have crossed paths with many people, but only a few carry divine assignments. This one carries one of the biggest, my beloved. This is why the enemy panicked, because once this person reaches you, the cycle of struggle breaks. The pattern of waiting ends. The delay dissolves, and the miracle becomes unstoppable. My child, what the investigator didn't know is that heaven doesn't allow anyone to interfere with a divine appointment. Not even those who pretend to care. Not even those smiling in your face while digging into your destiny behind your back. My beloved, the investigator saw movement, but he didn't understand the meaning. A spiritual door was opening. Your timeline was shifting. Your destiny was accelerating. My child, heaven showed him signs, numbers, symbols, patterns repeating around your life. He didn't believe in miracles, but he felt something bigger than him pushing through. He wrote down a line that should make you pause. The energy around them feels like preparation, as if something is about to happen. My beloved, he was right. Preparation always comes before manifestation. Heaven prepares your path before your miracle walks into it. My child, think about the sudden thoughts you've had recently. The strange heaviness, the unexpected emptiness, the feeling that something unseen has been rearranging your life, my beloved. Those were not random. They were signs of a spiritual transition, a shift, a divine recalibration happening in silence. My child, you have been sensing someone spiritually, a pull, a name, a connection, or a quiet intuition that someone is coming or returning. My beloved, that sensation was heaven showing you that your divine encounter is not far away, not months, not years, but close, very close, my child. This person will carry light into your life. They will bring clarity you prayed for. They will reveal something you needed to know, or they will hand you an opportunity that shifts everything, my beloved. And the one who hired the investigator wanted to destroy that moment before it reached you. But heaven said no. My child, you must know this, every divine connection carries timing. Every blessing arrives on schedule, and every chosen one receives protection against the eyes watching them in shadows. My beloved, what the investigator discovered is only a fraction of the truth. The rest is hidden in the spiritual realm, waiting for you to be prepared. My child, you are closer to a miracle than you realize. You are closer to a breakthrough than you feel. You are closer to a revelation that will shake your life in a beautiful way, my beloved. And before that happens, heaven needed to open your eyes to the shadows around you, so you step forward with strength, not fear. My child, the next part will reveal exactly what the investigator wrote about the energy surrounding you, the sudden spiritual interference he faced, and the exact moment he realized you were divinely protected. My beloved, do not stop now. The truth is unfolding, and heaven needs you awake for what comes next. My beloved, the voice from heaven is showing me something extraordinary. Now, something sacred, something your spirit has been waiting for without even realizing it. They are revealing the person who is being prepared for your future. My child, this new person is not random, not accidental, not temporary. They are part of your divine timeline. A soul connection designed before you were even born, my beloved. Heaven is describing them with a calm certainty, a soul that will not run, a heart that will not betray, a presence that will not wound, a loyalty that will not vanish, a love that will make sense. My child, this person will enter your life quietly, without force, without confusion, without emotional games. Their presence will feel familiar, as if your soul recognizes them instantly. My beloved, the one from heaven is whispering, they will arrive when your heart becomes empty of the one who is leaving. That is why this separation is happening now. Your future cannot enter while your past still holds space. My child, this new person is spiritually aligned with you. Their heart has depth. Their intentions are pure. Their emotions are stable. Their spirit is calm. They have been prepared by heaven to love you without fear. My beloved, they will not treat you like an option. They will not make you question your worth. They will not hesitate when it comes to choosing you. They will come with clarity, not confusion. My child, the one leaving you could not handle your light, but the one coming will be guided by it. The one leaving feared your love, but the one coming will feel safe inside it. The one leaving broke the connection, but the one coming will protect it with everything they have. My beloved, heaven is revealing something else. This person will come into your life after a moment of unexpected calm. After you finally release the emotional weight you've been carrying. After you take one deep breath and whisper, I am ready, my child. You may not meet them through drama. You may meet them through peace. You may feel them before you see them. You may sense them before they speak to you. Your spirit will feel a pull toward them, a magnetic softness, a gentle familiarity. My beloved, the one from heaven is showing me a vision. And you need to hear this. This new person's soul will feel like home. Not like a test, not like a trial, not like a storm, a home. A place where your heart rests instead of fights. My child, you have fought enough. You have waited enough. You have cried enough. Heaven says you deserve a love that brings healing, not heartache. My beloved, the new person coming into your life holds qualities the one leaving never had: consistency, patience, emotional maturity, loyalty, courage, depth, and a readiness to build, not break. My child, they will look at you with eyes that truly see you. Not your flaws, not your fears, not your mistakes, but your soul, your strength, your purity, your beauty, your divine purpose. My beloved, heaven is saying this new person will lift you, not drain you. They will add to your life, not take from it. They will grow with you, not pull you backward. My child, the person from heaven is also showing me how this new connection will begin. It will start softly. A conversation, a small moment, a subtle shift, a glance that feels meaningful, an unexpected message, something simple yet spiritually powerful. My beloved, this person is not far. Their soul is already being drawn toward you. Their path is slowly aligning with yours. Heaven is guiding them step by step. My child, while one person leaves your life, another is being brought closer. This is not coincidence. This is divine choreography. My beloved, there is a reason heaven allowed this timing. A reason why someone is leaving now. A reason why you are reading this message at this exact moment. Nothing about this is accidental. My child, the one from heaven wants you to know, your heart is not breaking. Your heart is being prepared. What you think is loss is actually the opening for a blessing. My beloved, but before you meet this new person, there is something important heaven needs from you. A release, a letting go, a surrender of the emotional attachment to the one who is leaving. My child, you must release them with peace, because holding on to their memory will block your blessing. Holding on to their energy will delay your miracle. Holding on to their absence will keep your heart closed. My beloved, the next part of this message explains how to release this person spiritually, how to heal from the emotional wound, and how to make space for the divine love that is coming. My child, this part is crucial. It will shape the next chapter of your destiny. My child, my beloved, what I reveal now is the part the investigator tried to hide even from himself. Because when he witnessed it, he realized he was dealing with something far beyond human understanding. My beloved, there was a moment during his surveillance when the atmosphere around you shifted so suddenly that even he felt it physically. My child, the temperature dropped slightly. The air felt heavier. The energy around you changed. And he wrote down one line that heaven has allowed me to repeat to you now. It felt like something invisible stood between us, my beloved. That something was not a thing. It was me. I stood between him and you the moment he crossed into territory he was not spiritually permitted to enter. My child, he stepped toward you with hidden intentions. But the moment he did, his vision blurred. Words on his notepad vanished. His device froze. My beloved, heaven allowed him to see just enough to understand who you truly are. Not the version of you the world sees, but the version heaven recognizes, a chosen vessel, a sealed destiny, a protected soul, my child. He thought you were ordinary. He assumed you were unguarded. He believed you had no awareness of spiritual movement. But the moment he tried to cross the boundary heaven placed around your life, he realized he had made a mistake. My beloved, there was a moment he whispered, I shouldn't be here, because he felt a presence watching him, a presence he could not explain. My child, that presence was the divine shield that surrounds your name, your future, your path, and your miracle, my beloved. The investigator tried to continue. He tried to gather more information, but every time he tried to follow you, your path would shift, your steps would divert, as if you were being guided without even realizing it. My child, that is because you were not walking alone. Your angels were adjusting your surroundings to make sure you were never in harm's reach, my beloved. The investigator began to experience signs. He didn't believe in repeated numbers, symbols, sudden thoughts, dreams. He couldn't understand the whispers he swore he heard while observing you from a distance, my child. He saw someone standing beside you when nobody was there. He captured shadows of wings in reflections he couldn't explain. He felt pressure in the air any time he tried to write your name, my beloved. He realized your life was not unfolding naturally. It was being orchestrated, timed, aligned, protected by something far beyond him. My child, he wrote in his final note, there is a force around them. It feels ancient, powerful, and watchful. Every time I observe them, I feel like I'm the one being observed. My beloved, that ancient force was heaven. The power he sensed was divine. The watchful presence he felt was the protection assigned to your destiny long before this night. My child, this is why he confessed. This is why truth burst open. This is why the mission failed. Because no one can investigate what heaven has already sealed. My beloved, someone wanted to use him to study your movements, so they could stay 3 steps ahead of you, to stop your blessing before it reached your hands, to create confusion before clarity found you. But their plan cracked the moment divine protection showed itself. My child, there was a moment during those 2 hours of spiritual warfare where the investigator tried to back away, but the force around you pulled him to witness just how protected your life truly is. Heaven allowed him to see a glimpse, not to harm you, but to expose the one who sent him. My beloved, this is the part he could not hide. He named the person who hired him. He spoke their initials. He whispered their connection to you. And he admitted the real reason they wanted information. My child, the reason was not love, not concern, not curiosity. It was fear. Pure spiritual fear, my beloved. Fear of your rise. Fear of your growth. Fear of your divine favor. Fear of the miracle coming toward you that they could sense long before you did. My child, this person felt your destiny moving and panicked. They saw your blessing aligning and reacted. They noticed your spiritual elevation and tried to interrupt it, but heaven exposed them. My beloved, in the next part, I will reveal what the investigator discovered about your future, your breakthrough, and the miracle they were trying to predict. My child, do not stop now. The truth is opening like a sealed book that only you were meant to read. My child, my beloved, what I reveal now is the heart of everything. The investigator discovered something so powerful, so spiritually charged, that it left him speechless. My beloved, he realized you were being protected, not because of danger, but because of destiny. My child, heaven was not just shielding you. Heaven was preparing you, aligning you, positioning you, because something sacred has been forming around your life. A divine promise that was written long before this night. My beloved, the investigator wrote a line that he erased 3 times, but it returned each time as if an invisible hand rewrote it. They are chosen for something greater. My child, this line was not meant for his report. It was meant for you. It was heaven's message slipping through the cracks to remind you who you are. My beloved, you have walked through seasons that should have broken you but didn't. You survived storms that others would have collapsed under. You kept moving when life tried to pull you down, my child. That is the mark of a chosen soul. That is the sign of a destiny protected by divine hands. My beloved, the investigator noticed that no matter what he tried to monitor, your life had a pattern, a rhythm, a spiritual heartbeat that didn't match normal timelines. He wrote, every time something negative approaches them, it disappears. Every attempt to block them dissolves. My child, this is because heaven refuses to let any shadow interfere with your ordained rise. My beloved, you have asked yourself many times, why did God keep me alive when I felt empty? Why did the doors open after being shut for so long? Why did I escape situations that should have trapped me forever? My child, tonight you receive your answer. Your life is tied to a divine purpose that is finally awakening. My beloved, the investigator sensed that you were not moving alone. He saw reflections, shadows, a presence around you that made him write, I feel watched when I watch them. My child, that presence was not fear. It was protection. Your angels have been with you in every silent moment. You thought nobody saw. My beloved, he wrote down something even more shocking. It feels like they have a promise waiting to be delivered, a big one, something life-changing. My child, that promise is real. It is a spiritual inheritance, a blessing, a breakthrough that has been held in place until the right moment. And now that moment is nearing. My beloved, heaven has been preparing a miracle so precise, so personal, so perfectly aligned with your soul, that nothing, not a person, not a plan, not a shadow, can stop it. My child, the investigator tried to access information that was never meant for human hands. He tried to uncover details that were hidden behind angelic shields. He tried to read a destiny God himself sealed, and every attempt failed. My beloved, there is a reason for that. Your destiny is not to be watched. Your breakthrough is not to be intercepted. Your miracle is not to be stolen. Your blessing is not to be predicted. My child, the enemy can sense it, but they cannot stop it. They can fear it, but they cannot block it. They can whisper about it, but they cannot claim it. My beloved, the investigator finally admitted that your life didn't look like a life. It looked like a divine mission. He said, there is a shift forming for them. I don't know what it is, but something important is about to happen. My child, heaven confirms his words. Something important is about to happen. Something that will break cycles. Something that will open doors. Something that will change the rest of your timeline. My beloved, the next part will reveal the spiritual reason you were watched, the enemy's motive, and the exact blessing heaven is releasing to you now. My child, you are moments away from understanding everything. Do not close this message. Heaven is speaking directly to your spirit. My beloved, heaven is ready to teach you the most important step now. The step that unlocks everything. The step that frees your heart from the one who is leaving. The step that prepares your soul for the one who is coming. My child, listen with your heart, not just your ears. Because this is not just advice. This is a divine instruction. My beloved, healing does not begin when someone apologizes. Healing begins when you decide to release what your soul no longer needs. My child, you kept this person in your heart because you believed in their potential. You believed in their change. You believed in the future you saw with them. But heaven saw the truth. Their future was not connected to yours anymore. My beloved, releasing them is not betrayal. It is obedience. Obedience to the path heaven is shaping for you. Obedience to your spiritual growth. Obedience to your own heart's expansion. My child, letting go is not the end of love. Letting go is the beginning of clarity. Letting go is the opening of the soul. Letting go is the invitation for miracles. My beloved, the one from heaven is whispering gently, you are not letting go of the person. You are letting go of the pain. You are letting go of the confusion, the unanswered questions, the emotional imbalance, the constant hesitation, the fear of loss, the fear of being replaced, the fear of not being valued. My child, these fears were never meant to live inside your heart. Your spirit is too pure. Your soul is too bright. Your path is too sacred. My beloved, heaven is showing me how weighed down your heart has been, carrying memories, carrying hopes, carrying fantasies of a future that person was never meant to fulfill. My child, it is time to release the pressure. It is time to release the attachment. It is time to release the bond that was hurting more than healing. My beloved, releasing does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop breaking. It means you stop forcing what was not growing. It means you stop watering a garden that no longer blooms. My child, the one from heaven is guiding your heart step by step. Breathe. Be still. Let go with peace. Because peace is the soil where new miracles grow. My beloved, you don't have to forget them. You don't have to erase the moments. You don't have to fight the memories. You simply have to loosen the emotional grip you've held for so long. My child, your heart is entering a new season. A season where your tears will turn into strength. A season where your pain will turn into wisdom. A season where what left you will be replaced by something far greater. My beloved, but before heaven brings the new love, your heart must be softened, cleansed, emptied of old wounds, and reopened to divine timing. My child, the person from heaven is whispering again, stop asking why they left. Start asking why heaven allowed it. Because heaven never removes without reason. Never separates without purpose. Never closes a chapter without preparing the next. My beloved, it's time to make a decision. Will you hold on to someone who is already gone in spirit, or will you hold on to the future heaven is sending you? My child, if you choose the past, you delay the blessing. If you choose the future, you accelerate the miracle. My beloved, heaven is waiting for your heart to choose. My child, here is how you release them spiritually. Not through anger, not through blame, not through tears, but through acceptance, through surrender, through faith. My beloved, acceptance does not mean you agree with what happened. It means you trust God with the part you cannot understand. My child, surrender does not mean weakness. It means strength. The strength to say, I choose what heaven chose for me. My beloved, faith does not mean you stop feeling. It means you stop fighting the direction of your destiny. My child, releasing this person is an act of spiritual alignment. It is you stepping into the future God prepared. It is you saying, I am ready for the love that will stay. My beloved, once you release them, your energy will shift. Your heart will lighten. Your path will clear. Your spirit will glow. Your future will open, my child. And the love heaven has chosen, the one who is coming, will find you effortlessly. My beloved, the next part of this message reveals something sacred, the exact reason heaven chose you for this spiritual shift, and the hidden blessing you are about to receive after this release. My child, you must hear that part. It will change how you see everything. My beloved, heaven is ready to reveal the truth behind the person who is leaving you forever. A truth you sensed but never spoke. A truth you felt but never understood fully. My child, the person leaving you did not fall out of love suddenly. Their heart weakened gradually, quietly, across moments you didn't notice, because you were busy loving them with your whole soul. My beloved, heaven showed me something. They were emotionally overwhelmed by your depth, your sincerity, your purity, your loyalty, your ability to love without conditions. Your presence triggered something inside them, fear, my child. Fear of not being enough for you. Fear of not being able to match your commitment. Fear of being vulnerable. Fear of losing their identity. Fear of disappointing you someday. Fear of choosing you fully, my beloved. So instead of rising to your level, they stepped back. Instead of growing with you, they grew silent. Instead of building something meaningful, they retreated into confusion. My child, people often run from the love they are not prepared to receive. And you were a love they could not carry. Not because you were too much, but because they were too little for the path God created for you. My beloved, heaven wants to comfort your heart with this truth. It was never your fault. Their spirit broke before your heart did. My child, they were carrying wounds you didn't see. They were carrying conflicts you couldn't fix. They were carrying fears you didn't create. And instead of being honest, they disconnected slowly, hoping you wouldn't notice, my beloved. But your spirit noticed. That's why you felt the distance, the coldness, the shift, the sudden silence, the emotional absence. Your soul sensed the truth long before your mind accepted it. My child, the one from heaven watched every moment. Every pain you hid behind your smile, every question you buried in your chest, every doubt you carried quietly, my beloved. And they said, this cannot continue. My beloved deserves a love that stays, a love that grows, a love that chooses them, a love that protects them, a love that doesn't run. My child, that is why heaven stepped in. Not to break your heart, but to save it. Not to take someone away, but to remove the one who wasn't ready. Not to end something, but to begin something divine. My beloved, now listen. The heavenly voice is revealing another hidden truth. The person leaving was not aligned with your future blessings. Their energy was unstable. Their intentions were inconsistent. Their path was not connected to your destiny. My child, the one from heaven could see far ahead. They saw how this person would let you down in the future. How they would fail to support you during a major shift, how they would not understand your spiritual calling, how they would walk away when you needed them most. My beloved, you were being saved from a heartbreak that would have crushed you. Heaven took them away now before they could hurt you deeper later. My child, this separation is protection, a shield, a divine act of mercy, a spiritual redirection. My beloved, the person from heaven is whispering something important now, you are not being abandoned. You are being aligned, my child. You are being aligned with a person who will not be afraid of your depth. A person who will not run from your love. A person who will not hide behind silence. A person who will not leave at the first challenge. A person who will stand beside you with strength, not fear. My beloved, someone whose soul is prepared for yours. Someone whose heart is ready. Someone whose intentions are clean. Someone who is chosen by heaven. My child, this is why the separation had to happen. The person leaving your life was holding space that belonged to someone else. Someone sent by God. Someone written in your destiny. Someone whose entrance requires this exit. My beloved, you may feel the pain now, but soon you will see the purpose. You may feel the emptiness now, but soon you will see the fulfillment. You may feel the loss now, but soon you will see the replacement. My child, heaven never takes without giving more. Never removes without restoring stronger. Never ends a chapter without beginning a better one. My beloved, there is another message coming from heaven. A deeper revelation about the blessing that will enter your life next. A blessing connected to love, healing, and destiny. My child, your story is not ending. Your story is shifting. Your heart is not breaking. Your heart is transforming. My beloved, the next part of this message is powerful. It reveals the person heaven is preparing for you, their intentions, their connection to your soul, and how they will enter your life.